is this tether. And he is a tether. He is a tether. What were they thinking in Iowa? What were they thinking in Iowa? Right? So apparently, the board of Des Moines Public Schools hired an illegal. Yeah. From Ghana or Guyana, one of them. But he's a tether, never had his papers, and now his ass is arrested, as he should be. There you go. Yeah. ICE got him. ICE got him. He's going to be deported back home.
Des Moines School's superintendent arrested by ICE. ICE announcing Friday that Ian Andre Roberts is, quote, a criminal illegal alien from Ghana in possession of a loaded handgun, $3,000 in cash, and a fixed blade hunting knife. At the time of his arrest, Roberts was working as the superintendent of Des Moines Public Schools, despite being an illegal alien with a final order of removal and no work authorization. Roberts has existing weapons possession charges from February 5th, 2020, and was given a final order of removal by an immigration judge in May of 2024. Absolutely stunning. Former acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf joins me now. You know, Chad, you and I worked together when I was in the White House. Yeah. It is shocking to me that someone in charge of our school district, the largest school district in Iowa, had a final removal order. How does that happen? I don't think it would have happened under your tenure.
Well, it's a great question. Obviously, the school district did not do their due diligence. He has a criminal record as well. So clearly they didn't do any type of background investigation. The amazing part here is he has no work authorization. So when they enter this individual's information into their system in order to get paid, to pay taxes and the like, all sorts of red flags should have been prompted there. So I think it'll be interesting to see what they say, to see how this individual, did he use an alias? How did this come about? And I think it begged the further question of the amount of illegal aliens that are here in the United States working in everyday jobs and the like. And some of them, like this individual who has a possession charge, has other criminal acts on their record, and to be so close to school children, right? To be part of the education system there in Des Moines is really troubling.
I mean, Chad, I look at these pictures and I see kids, and I think that could have been my kid. And this guy had a criminal charge. Do you think? And again, I know I'm asking you to speculate here. Did they just not input his name into the system? How often does this happen? I mean, there are measures in place. I mean, it seems like it'd have to take a whole lot of looking the other way to not find this.
I think so. Look, the school system there, just like any other employer around the country, has an obligation to make sure that everyone that they're hiring is here in the United States legally, has the ability to work legally. So if they're not a U.S. citizen, then they have some type of work authorization provided by the federal government. In this case, the Department of Homeland Security. He didn't have any of this. And so the question is, did he provide a fraudulent Social Security number and was operating as someone else? And if not, I think there's a lot of questions that school system has to answer. And the question is, are there others there as well?
Yeah, you know, Secretary Wolf, that's a great question. And back to our top story of the day, because I want viewers to understand, you were at DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Underneath that is U.S. Secret Service, who found this vast network of servers. Matt McCool from Secret Service had this to say. He said it would be unwise to think that there's not networks like this all across the country. You were at DHS. Do you think there could be networks of servers beyond New York in cities like Chicago, LA, Miami, all across the country?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I agree with the agent there. I think this is a wake-up call, not only for everyday Americans, but just others involved in the fight here. And the good thing, which I heard the chairman say, is that we have agencies in the federal government, state and local partners, and others that are dealing with this each and every day. And we see types of incidents like this. We see probes, we see other things from nation state actors and others that get interdicted almost on a daily basis. Not all of them make the news. This is a significant one. This is concerning for a variety of different reasons. They can enable denial of service attacks and take down cell towers, as was mentioned here. So I think what this says is, because we have an open society, we need to rely more and more on our investigative powers that we provide to certain law enforcement intelligence agencies so that they can go about this and thwart this before it begins. But this should be a wake-up call. There are bad people that want to take down Americans and do Americans harm every single day. They reside outside of the United States, but they also reside here in the United States as well.
It's terrifying, but it's great to know that Secret Service was on it. Secretary Wolf, thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, he's right. You don't know what these people have in their background, what agenda they have to plan an attack in the United States. And he didn't come here just yesterday. He's been here. And so, I don't understand, what is the school board? What are they thinking? And I'm sorry, they knew this man did not have his papers. But dear 911, do you see how corrupt the education system is? Yeah. This is a prime example how we have a failed education system. It's bad enough kids aren't learning. They are indoctrinating children. The inadequate teachers. But you are literally putting an illegal, they're not even a green card immigrant, they don't have a work permit. You're putting an illegal in charge of children. That is a problem. Hey, Katalia, that is a problem. He's been here since 1999. And here's another question. How were you in this country for decades? And you don't have no documentation. Now, I know before Trump, before Biden, our immigration system has been horrible. But you mean to tell me that immigration couldn't process your papers to give you a green card or a residency? So what was in your file? Apparently your criminal record, to where you was not granted even a residency since 1999? No. And then they are hiring you as superintendent?
Thank you, Madam President. I stand here this evening before you with immense gratification and certainly a sense of pride and humility. I am incredibly grateful for the vote of confidence that the board has shown. It was clear to me. Thank you, Madam President.
This says the Des Moines, I don't know how to pronounce that, Iowa Public School Superintendent and just revealed criminal alien with a deportation order since 2024. He was arrested by ICE while attempting to flee agents with a loaded gun and knife. Bruh. Where were you going? So how do you pronounce this? I know it's not Ghana, but is it Guyana? It has to be Guyana, because I know that's South American. And he had a final deportation order in May of last year. He allegedly fled from the law. So you mean a school board was hiding and protecting an illegal?
This board delivered on all fronts, and as such, I am thrilled today to introduce to Des Moines Public Schools, the Des Moines community, and the state of Iowa, Des Moines' 14th superintendent, Dr. Ian Roberts. On behalf of my board colleagues, thank you all. I am pleased to welcome Dr. Ian Roberts to Des Moines and Des Moines Public Schools. Dr. Roberts.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand here this evening before you with immense gratification and certainly a sense of pride and humility. I am incredibly grateful for the vote of confidence that the board has shown.
That's crazy. And if you see, it's nothing but women behind him. He probably was sleeping with him. He was digging down somebody to stay protected, to go under the radar, to get a job, to get promoted throughout the board of education. He was dicking somebody down. He was good and heavy and long and slow. Somebody was getting dicked down, one of them little old women or older women who's probably married or in need of a man, probably not that good looking. And he was tearing that ass up. And she said, baby, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to protect you. And I'm going to tell you what to do, what to say, where to work at. Yeah. Yeah. He was dicking down the right person. And this is a little sidebar. Men are better side chicks, mistresses, hoes, prostitutes, all that than women. A good hoe, woman hoe, or mistress, a side chick or whatever, a good one learned from a man. Because men, they're better at that. They have patience. They will keep their mouth shut, even when they can't stand it, because they know the end result is the big reward. They know how to play their position to a T. Because he was definitely dicking somebody down. Because ain't no way in hell you become president of a school board. Well, no, that was the president, but you become superintendent. And you don't have a green card, workers permit, residency. You're not a citizen. You have a criminal record and you've been here since the 90s. Oh no. His ass, he's already on Alligator Island in Florida. He's already there.
Dana with the data. Dana with the data.